A new chapter in this rivalry is set to begin tonight in the Tri-Valley Conference. We're here inside the Ben Wagner Gymnasium at Nelsonville York High School as two teams look to start league play 1-0. It's the 0-2 Athens Bulldogs coming to town to take on the 2-0 Nelsonville York Buckeyes. Welcome into tonight's presentation of Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Carson Francis and John Bruce joining you tonight from Nelsonville. John, we've got two rivals going at it in the league opener. Not much more you could ask for our first stream in the TVC, our official welcome of the Tri-Valley Conference to our coverage area.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. Nelsonville took both of them last year, but they both were pretty competitive games. I know Nelsonville's got a lot coming back for a 15-win team from a year ago. That when I saw them a couple times last year, I thought looked pretty good at times. Athens, I saw once last year, looked like there was glimpses, but at the same time, they're both started on two different ends of the spectrum so far this year. We'll see how it starts tonight.
Athens coming into this game 0-2. They've played two pretty solid teams, you could say, to start off the season. A 52-50 loss to open the season at Amanda Clear Creek, a team you saw at Zane Trace the first day of the season. And then on Tuesday, suffered a 60-30 loss at Jackson. So a bit of a rough start for the Bulldogs, but they've got a chance to get their season on track here in a big way, a rivalry game to start the league opener. And one of the things that's been constant for the Bulldogs in those first two games is the play of Leo Martin, the only returner on this team who was on the All-TVC Ohio squad last season, and he's the only Bulldog that's scored double figures in both of those games as well.
Yeah, Martin, when I saw him last year, was outstanding, just really dynamic with the ball and without. Really good both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. He's going to have to make a big impact on both ends tonight to be able to help the Buckeyes the Bulldogs start off 1-0 at TVC play.
As we're still learning the TVC, new to our coverage area, still learning all of these teams. But then let's talk about the Buckeyes again, coming off a season. They went 15-9 back-to-back 15-win seasons, 2 in a row, and they got a lot returning back, but Alec Thompson has been on fire to start the season, 20 points or more in both games, 25 in their win over Eastern Megs on Tuesday. He's been a key contributor for this Buckeyes team, stepping into those shoes that the TVC Player of the Year, Keegan Swope, left empty after leaving last season.
Yeah, Thompson's been out to an outstanding start so far this season. Just any time that you have someone that can really fill it up and be your go-to guy, that makes a coach feel a lot better about himself, and that's where Coach Blaine Gabriel's got to be feeling pretty good right now about where his Buckeyes are. Now, as we've talked about, it's a rivalry game, so these teams are going to be well prepped for what their opponent's done. They've, I'm assuming, played against each other their whole lives, being only a few miles down the road from one another from the Plains and here in Nelsonville York. So, you know, these teams are going to know each other. They're going to be familiar. Should make for a really fun contest here tonight.
Yeah, as you said, these two teams played each other a lot growing up, only 10 miles apart on Route 33 here in Athens County. This is a series that's been dominated all time by the Bulldogs, but Nelsonville has had their stamp on it here as of late. Winners of 5 of the last 6 contests, including the last 4 straight. The Buckeyes look to continue that success here on their home floor.
Yeah, it's you know, when you play a rival down the road, one school is substantially bigger than the other, there's a lot that'll go into a big chip on the shoulder. So for Nelsonville, do you play free and clear, just play your game like you've done your first 2 games of the season, or can Athens kind of shake some things up and make things a little more uncomfortable for the Buckeyes and put a little pressure on them here on their home court?
It's also the longest win streak in the series for the Buckeyes since they won 6 straight from 2004 to 2008. The biggest stretch in this rivalry was from 2012 to 2021, just a few seasons ago, that Athens won 19 straight against the Buckeyes. So it's been a long time coming for Nelsonville. Finally have had the tides turn in their favor in this rivalry, and again, they look to continue that tonight here. We'll quickly go over the starting lineups for tonight. First, for the visiting Athens Bulldogs, led by head coach Mickey Cozart. Weston Wheatley, the 5'11 sophomore, 7 points in the last game against Jackson. Leo Martin in there at the 2 spot, 13.5 points per game in the first 2 games of the season, followed by Colin Chapman, Easton Newsom, and Brady Keller. And for the Buckeyes, it'll be Alec Thompson, the 6-foot junior, Bryant Call, Landon Inman, the do-it-all guy, Cam Sullivan, and Bean Martin rounding out the starting 5 for the Buckeyes. It's the Battle of Route 33 to start this TVC Ohio season here at Nelsonville York High School. We'll step aside for the national anthem and the starting lineups coming up, but stick around. We'll have the Bulldogs and the Buckeyes coming your way. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Back here inside the Ben Wagner Gymnasium at Nelsonville York High School, the national anthem just concluded, and we'll have our starting lineups for you to see here inside Nelsonville York High School Ben Wagner Gymnasium. Once again, Athens and Nelsonville York squaring off in our official welcome of the Tri-Valley Conference to SOSA, our coverage area. As we just introduced that for this basketball season, we're excited to see what that brings us.
Yeah, we've covered some Nelsonville, Athens, Benton County, a little bit Alexander Wellston.
Mostly me.
Yeah, I reckon. But we've done it for the last few years, but now we're looking to expand and cover the entire TVC Ohio and the Hawking as well. So this will be our first foray into the live stream of a actual TVC versus TVC game. So looking forward to it.
Once again, you see out here the starters for the Athens Bulldogs being announced. We'll go over them quickly. Once again, Weston Wheatley, Leo Martin, Colin Chapman, Easton Newsom, and Brady Keller, the starting five for Athens.
It's time to blackout Ben Wagner.
Blackout Ben Wagner as the lights go out here inside NY as the starters for the Buckeyes now set to be introduced.
If you're a late 90s WCW fan, you know this as Hulk Hogan's entrance music as Hollywood Hulk Hogan come out with a little bit of Jimi Hendrix.
This is quite the atmosphere you want. You're starting your league season against a rival, lights out. Your student section is out in full force. It's a great home atmosphere here for the Buckeyes as their starters being introduced. Alec Thompson goes and gets the student section hyped up. He's followed out by Bryant Call, Landon Inman. I mentioned him, the do-it-all kind of guy. He'll do it all on the basketball floor. Had a great season for the Buckeyes on the football field as well. They're followed out by Cam Sullivan and Beeden Martin to round out the starting five for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been in the Ben Wagner Gymnasium. I've seen video from game film and whatnot. It's an old school feel, but it's a beautiful gymnasium here. I like both sides. The second level, not the biggest, but it feels like it's going to have a great atmosphere. I like the student sections both being on the same side. Should be a fun one here in Ben Wagner Gymnasium. And one thing, if you've seen before, we use a secondary camera to try to keep track of the scoreboard and whatnot. Having a little bit of issue. We should be okay on the time tonight. So, but if it goes out at all, we will let you know, and we'll get it up very quickly as well.
Tip-off circle set. Both teams out on the floor. The ball is tipped, and we are underway from Ben Wagner Gymnasium. It's the Bulldogs and the Buckeyes in the TVC Ohio opener. It's Athens' Leo Martin, mid-range floater, no good, and rebound taken by Alec Thompson for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes pushing it up the floor. Beeden Martin lost it, and it goes out of bounds. Athens takes possession back.
Just a little too quick there for Beeden Martin. Got a nice outlet pass to him, but on the opposite side, Leo Martin made a great first step, just unable to get the floater to fall in the lane.
Martin, the 5'9 senior, 10 points in the last game against Jackson. Martin again outside. Here's Weston Wheatley off the ball screen. Mid-range pull-up. No good, and rebound by Martin. Landon Inman bringing it up the floor for the Buckeyes. 7 points in the last game against Eastern Megs as we got a foul down on the block against Athens. First foul of the game on either side. It'll go against Colin Chapman.
Yeah, good entry pass inside. Just Chapman comes around a little bit too much. Gets whistled for his first.
Thompson inbound. Sullivan through traffic. There's Inman in the corner. Trapped. Gets it away. There's Inman again in the corner. Buckeyes working it around. Athens going a 2-3 zone defense. Inside, Sullivan off the glass and a foul. First points of the game belong to the Buckeyes, and it's Cam Sullivan through contact.
Yeah, and a great pass. They're moving the ball around out top. A good diagonal pass from the top right down to the bottom left, and a strong finish for Cam Sullivan inside.
Free throw no good, but it's Martin with the rebound. Martin back up, and he gets fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws coming his way.
Just too physical so far. That's 3 fouls within the first minute, 7. And remember, The 1-on-1 is gone. The fouls reset after each quarter, but you get the 5, you get 2 shots every time after that. As 0 for 1 so far, but 2 shots here for Bean Martin.
First one no good for Martin. Last game against Eastern Megs, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals in a double-digit win over the Eagles. Second free throw from Martin is good. 3-0 Athens lead, or Nelsonville York leads as Athens takes possession back. Leo Martin surveys the floor, trying to go one-on-one on Inman. There's Newsom. Keller from the elbow, no good, but it's rebounded by Martin. Martin off the glass, reverse, 4-2. And Athens is on the board. Full court pass, Sullivan off the glass through traffic. Good eyesight down the floor from the Buckeyes, finding Cam Sullivan for an easy 2 points.
Looked like a lot of that's probably off of the scouting report. Athens not getting back in transition either time so far. That one burns them for 2.
Martin off the screen from Newsom, behind the back pass, Chapman. Back to Martin. Martin off the glass and finishes.
Yeah, a couple just winning plays so far for Leo Martin. He's got 4 quick points.
5-4 NY. Thompson spins and connects. Turnaround 2 for number 2, Alec Thompson.
They're just in transition, just too big, too strong so far. 7-4 lead for the Buckeyes.
First points of the game for the Buckeyes, leading the score. Martin going baseline. Wheatley, corner 3, no good. Keller with the rebound, though. Brady Keller can't finish. Martin gets it back. Chapman for 3. That's no good, but again, Athens gets the rebound. It's Newsom with the finish.
Yeah, they got pretty fortunate there because they missed a couple of decent, kind of easy looks inside. In a matchup like this, you've got to make sure you're finishing all of those. Great job there for Easton Newsom to get the 2 with a chance to tie this game up early.
Couple subs coming in for the Bulldogs. Zach Mullins and Hayden Hughes enter the game as Keller and Chapman will have a seat. Newsom can tie this game with this foul shot. And it's no good, but Athens gets the rebound. And a foul on the rebound by Bean Martin.
I'm not sure Zach Mullins is 6'3". Like, just looks a good bit bigger. Like, he's got good size to him overall. Like, if you would have told me 6'5", I would have bought all in on it.
So there's a scramble for the ball. Leo Martin and Landon Inman on the floor, scramble for it. Possession arrow pointing to the Buckeyes, and that will stay there.
Yeah, it's just whatever action they're going for on that inbounds play just wasn't there immediately. Leo Martin does his best to get the possession back, but for Athens, got to be tighter with possession.
Martin fires from the far side wing. It's no good. And Mullins with the rebound, and Bean Martin picks up another foul. That's foul number 2 on Bean Martin.
Yeah, just 4.5 points a game last, or 4.9 points a game last year for them. 9 in their in their first outing of the season. They're going to need Bean Martin on the court. That's just unnecessary foul in that instance.
Gavin Levy, the sophomore, checks in for the Buckeyes as Athens trails by 1, looking to take the lead here as Leo Martin surveying the floor, directing traffic, and Inman pokes it away. Landon Inman with the steal for the Buckeyes. Pass is blocked. Bryant Call had his shot blocked, but he does draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to call it in the head on the follow-through. Anytime you touch the head, it's going to be called. Even if you get the clean block up top, the follow-through gets called on the head, thus earning a couple free throws with their 1 for 3 so far.
First attempt from Bryant. Cole rolls in. Cole last game against Eastern Megs, a double-double, 10 points, 15 rebounds. Special mention All Southeast District last season. Second attempt from Cole is good, and it's 9-6 Buckeyes.
Yeah, Cole listed at 6'4", but it looks like with his arms, the wingspan is much longer. Makes him a really tough defender.
Athens looking to answer. Wheatley got it poked away. Here's Hughes trying to work past Inman. Now in the corner here, Wheatley again lost it, but it will stay with the Bulldogs as Bryant Call poked it out of bounds.
And that's a little bit of what I'm talking about with Call. He's just able to kind of reach over top and get a hand on the ball, knocks it out of bounds. Athens maintains possession.
There's Wheatley on the near side wing, kicks it out, Hughes. Hughes picks up his dribble, got to find something. Here's Mullins now back out to Wheatley. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mullins to Newsom. They say Mullins stepped out of bounds. Buckeye possession.
Yeah, once again, going back to, like, sometimes we're going to have to just work on the clock. So 4 minutes left now here in the quarter.
Alec Thompson crosses the timeline for the Buckeyes. It's being guarded up the floor by Hughes. Thompson hands it off. Here's Inman. Here's Sullivan, top of the key three. No good. Rebound call, however. Buckeyes still have it. Here's Levy to Inman. Finds Thompson inside. Thompson, one dribble in, finishes through traffic.
Yeah, nice job there by Thompson. He didn't have to finish with his left hand. Gets to the left side. Finishes going across his body. Good work there by the junior.
Martin, mid-range pull-up is good. 6 points on the night for Leo Martin. Pass up the floor. Levy can't finish. Rebound Sullivan. Sullivan draws the foul on the putback.
But once again, that's Nelsonville just getting the ball out in a hurry. They get a layup. Levy will tell you he's got to finish that. But a good job by Cam Sullivan keeping that play alive. And now he's going to get a couple more free throws.
The name Levy sounds familiar. He's got an older sister named Era Levy who last season passed the 1,000-point mark in the Nelsonville York girls program and is now playing Division I at St. Francis, PA.
Yeah, not bad. Take that.
First free throw attempt from Cam Sullivan is good. Second shot rolls in. 5-point lead for the Buckeyes coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Athens trying to slow down. Levy playing some tight defense on Hughes and a steal, but Levy gets a foul called against him. Got a little too physical.
I think it's going to be on call.
No, we'll go on Levy. First foul off the bench for Gavin Levy is now the freshman Grant Elliott will check in. Levy will take a seat. Easton Newsom inbounds it to Martin. Bulldogs look to snap a 4-game losing streak in the series against NY. Here's Mullins, too big. Nice physical play from Zach Mullins in the post.
Yeah, got himself in good position. Just an easy drop step finish.
Buckeyes look to answer. Here's Inman off the glass, can't get it to go. Mullins with the rebound, and Leo Martin pushes it up the floor. Martin in the paint, kicks it out. Hughes in the corner. Weston Wheatley drives opposite side. Being guarded tight again by Call. Wheatley trying to go baseline, tries to give it up. And it's 5 seconds. Great defense there from the Buckeyes.
Yeah, just he couldn't shake him the entire way, even though he got down below the free throw line extended. And at that point, you just got to look to get rid of that ball, as he had a couple guys cutting, just weren't really within view.
Here's Thompson now, hands it off. Call in the corner. Elliott for three. No good. There's a fight for it. Athens comes up with it. Here's Mullins from outside. No good. Sullivan with the rebound up the floor. Call through contact. Finishes. Turning around. Had his back to the basket when the ball went in.
Yeah, great play by Call there. He does a nice closeout on the shot and then is the first man out to get a nice layup on the other side.
Just under a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter, and a foul called on the Buckeyes.
Yeah, 1:24 left.
Called on Landon Inman, and that will send Zach Mullins to the free throw line. Mullins, a junior, 4 points in the last game against Jackson. First free throw attempt is no good. Athens will make a substitution here. No, they won't. Brady Keller tried to check in. He's checking in for the shooter. Second free throw from Zach Mullins. That's also no good, and it's Inman bringing down the rebound. Landon Inman pushes it up the floor. Elliott thought about the three. He'll kick it out. Call on the far side wing. Buckeyes working it around the perimeter. They'll slow it down. Inman working on Martin. Hands it off. Here's Thompson. Thompson through a triple team. Alec Thompson. Tough finish through traffic.
Yeah, good footwork to make sure that doesn't travel on the play. A little Euro action there. Nice finish for Thompson. He's got 6.
Athens trails by 7. Mullins in the post. Tried to go behind the back, but Nelsonville York takes it away. And there's a scramble on the floor for it. Possession arrow points to Athens, and that's who will take over with 39.6 remaining. Colin Chapman re-enters the game for the Bulldogs, replacing Weston Wheatley. Easton Newsom to inbound on the baseline. 39.6 to go. There's Newsom from the corner. Won't go. Newsom tried to get his own rebound. Martin scoops it back up. It's Leo Martin, mid-range pull-up again. Leo Martin on fire to start. He's got 8 for the Bulldogs. Elliott, baseline jumper, in and out. And the Bulldogs get it back. Here's Chapman. And it looks like the Bulldogs will slow it down. 10 seconds remaining. Martin, pull-up jumper again. It's good. Leo Martin, 10 points in the first quarter. 2 seconds. Thompson for 3. No good. And that brings us to the end of the first period. An intense back-and-forth battle here in Ben Wagner Gymnasium. But Nelsonville York is out to a 17-14 lead on Athens. We'll be right back. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new Pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Back here at Nelsonville York High School, it's the Buckeyes with a 17-13 lead on the Athens Bulldogs. As Bryant Call inbounds to Alec Thompson, second quarter has begun. Pretty intense first quarter on both sides, a lot of energy offensively.
Yeah, a lot of pushing the tempo. That's where we get the 17-14 lead.
Gavin Levy, corner 3 is no good. And Athens will take possession. Leo Martin, the catalyst for the Bulldogs offense, 10 points out of the Bulldogs 14. It's Colin Chapman. Kicks it back out. Here's Martin trying to go baseline again. Skip pass out. Chapman for 3. No good. And it's Martin with the rebound. Chapman, mid-range pull-up. No good again. Martin fights for it, but it goes out of bounds off of Martin.
I hope there's someone keeping his numbers tonight because he's rebounding the ball pretty efficiently for being a 5'9" point guard.
And he's really been all over the floor throughout the start of this game as well. Athens going back to that 2-3 zone defense. As Sullivan has it top of the key. Tried to go inside for Thompson. Martin pokes it away, gets the steal. Leo Martin trying to work against Inman, draws the foul.
Had a lot of whistles in that first quarter. It's pretty tightly called. That's going to be the second one on Landon Inman. Which also, Bean Martin was also with 2 fouls as a starter for the Buckeyes as well.
Got to be careful if you're Nelsonville York getting in some early foul trouble. Here's Zach Mullins in the post working on Sullivan's. Mullins goes under and finishes over the middle of the rim for 2.
Yeah, he's got the ball in that same block twice, drop step to his left. Hasn't had to make a huge move, but good footwork, nice soft touch for the junior Mullins.
Here's Thompson now. Thompson finds Cole under the basket. Reverse layup is good.
Yeah, good find there by Thompson. Good job by Cole knowing where he's at. Just nice, easy layup to make it a 3-point lead once again.
6 points for Bryant Call now on the night. 3 Buckeyes out on the floor with 6 points. Hayden Hughes being guarded tight by Gavin Levy and poked away. Inman with the steal. Inman down the floor, steps through, no good. Thompson with the rebound and draws a foul on the floor against the Bulldogs.
That's Kitty Krebs being demonstrative there with the call. But always a good one. You know it's going to be a good game when he's here on the call. A nice experienced official here in the Southeast.
Foul goes on Colin Chapman. Weston Wheatley will check back into the game for the Bulldogs as they try to go for Sullivan on the inbound. Taken away by the Bulldogs. Martin finds Chapman. Chapman wants to shoot. He's got Mullins inside. Mullins goes up and draws the foul. Mullins has just been very physical down there in the post coming off the bench.
Yeah, size-wise, technically by what they're listed as, both 6'3", but a clear size advantage for Zach Mullins. They just feed him into the block once again. Sullivan, big, strong kid, but just not strong enough in that situation when he gets you back down. If you don't get your arms free, Mullins is going to go through the arm, which is an automatic call every time.
First foul shot from Mullins is no good as Brennan Tomlin will now check in as Cam Sullivan will head to the bench. Sullivan, another Buckeye with 2 fouls right now.
Yeah, 3 starters with 2 fouls, Inman, Solomon, and Martin. Now Tomlin, a 6'2" senior, comes in for the first time.
Mullins sinks the second free throw. It's 19-17. Inman tried to go for Thompson inside. It goes through his hands. 5:48 remaining until halftime.
I don't really know why it's showing that time. Should fix itself here soon.
Martin crosses the timeline, finds Weston Wheatley. Athens working the perimeter. Chapman swings it back to Martin. Martin tried to go for Mullins in the post. They had it red. Newsom on the follow is good. And we're all tied at 19. Easton Newsom, the Muskingum University baseball commit, picks up the scraps and finishes. Ties this game up. Buckeyes looking to respond. Here's Thompson, high post. Finds Call inside. Call over the middle is good. 8 points for Bryant Call. Here's Wheatley, baseline drive, and finishes. Weston Wheatley. First 2 points of the night for the sophomore. NY slowing it down. Athens again in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, Mickey Cozart typically likes to play this 2-3 zone. They do it pretty well, usually with a little more size, but you got to be very active if you're as small as the Bulldogs are.
Inman, long three, no good. Wheatley picks up the rebound. Bulldogs looking for their first lead of the night. Chapman out on the wing, guarded by Inman. Chapman trying to go past Inman, no good, but rebounded by Newsom. Here's Martin. Mullins baseline jumper, no good. Martin with the rebound, no good on the putback. Inman pushing it up the floor. Here's Levy, blocked. Weston Wheatley stuffs him. Good hustle defense from Weston Wheatley to block the easy layup. Martin kicks it out. Chapman from the corner, no good. And Athens gets the rebound. It's Wheatley, and Mickey Cozart's going to burn a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Athens been very active on the offensive glass in the second quarter.
Yeah, typically when you see one team playing a zone, one team playing man, you would think the team playing zone is the one that's struggling on the rebounding side. But really, it's Nelsonville. Now, being down 3 starters right now, maybe that hurts the rebounding a little bit. But, man, Leo Martin has been everywhere for Athens, causing all kinds of headaches for this Nelsonville York defense. Even though he hasn't scored in this quarter, they've still made up a little more ground. It's a 11-4 run going back to late in the first quarter. You know, Athens' effort so far has just been head and shoulders above what Nelsonville's done, and I'm sure during that timeout, Coach Gabriel is going to let them know that a little bit as well.
Mickey Cozart, the head coach of the Bulldogs in his 9th season, took over the job in 2016. Here's Mullins in the post, gets fouled through traffic. They call it on Brennan Tomlin, it looks like.
We'll give him 2. Which I think's the right call. He's going up, like, more than likely than not. If you know the game, you know that that's a spot where when he leaves his feet, that's not going to be a pass. So good call by the officials.
Mullins at the line looking to give the Bulldogs the lead, and does. Second free throw from Mullins is good. 2 for 2 on that trip from Zach Mullins. And Athens in front by 2 with under 3.5 to go till halftime. There's Inman surveying the floor. Colin Inman going back and forth with the ball. Inman stands on the wing, kicks it out. Call. Again, back to Inman. Now here's Thompson on the wing. Finds Tomlin in the post. Call from the elbow. No good. Martin brings down the rebound. There's Mullins, tries to hand it back to Martin. Martin pulls up. Can't get it to fall, and it's Brian Call with the rebound, and the Buckeyes trying to push it up the floor. Call, jump past Tomlin in the paint and finishes down the middle. Nice pass, nice finish. Brennan Tomlin, 2 points for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, 2:34 left. Good job running the floor once again.
Tomlin drives past Martin drives past 2 defenders. We were talking about Brennan Tomlin, but Leo Martin drives past Brennan Tomlin for another 2 points.
Well, Martin's first step has been deadly so far tonight.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. Call kicks it out. Thompson for 3. No good, and it's Chapman with the rebound. Martin pushes it up the floor. Wheatley fires from downtown and knocks it down. Weston Wheatley from downtown. First three-pointer of this quarter for the Bulldogs, gives them a 5-point lead. Tomlin, side finds Elliott on the baseline, draws the foul.
Yeah, if you can get that short corner, that half spot area right there against this 2-3 zone, you're going to find a little weakness there. You see it a little bit in the Death Star. You find it right there. Grant Elliott does a good job cutting baseline and drawing the foul.
Brady Keller will sub in for the Bulldogs as Inman has it in the corner, finds Bryant Call. Athens staying in that 2-3 zone. It's Wheatley and Martin at the top of that defense. Inman tried to go inside for Call, just barely saves it from going out of bounds. Buckeyes look like they're in no rush to do anything here working against this 2-3 zone. Call almost lost it. Regather possession. Here's Thompson. finds Call inside. Call picks up his dribble, tries to go inside for Elliott, knocked away, and they'll say it's Athens ball.
Yeah, there's a couple spots where Call had guys that should have been open. One, nobody was looking for it. The second time, they kind of bunched up. They made it to where he's throwing that ball to two different people as opposed to just the one, which would have been Grant Elliott on the backside.
Athens with the chance to create some serious separation, up by 5, under a minute till halftime. Here's Weston Wheatley trying to drive past Thompson, finds Keller on the baseline. Keller couldn't hang on to it. 44.6 remaining in the first half. Thompson crosses the timeline for the Buckeyes. Inman, Call has it back to Inman now. Here's Thompson, high post through traffic, kicks it out. Elliott for three, it's good. Grant Elliott, corner three. The freshman cuts the deficit back down to 2 with 20 seconds to go until half.
Yeah, big time shot there by the freshman. They needed it after an extended drought.
First points of the game for Grant Elliott. Martin, the floater, no good. And it's Inman picking up the rebound, and he's going to push it up the floor. Elliott again in the corner, back to Inman. Buckeyes got to get off a shot. Inman fires it way over the backboard, and that'll bring us to halftime in Nelsonville. The Athens Bulldogs, with a strong second quarter, go into the locker room up 2 at halftime, 28-26 from Nelsonville. We'll step aside and be right back. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Back here inside Ben Wagner Gymnasium at Nelsonville York High School, it's halftime between the Bulldogs and Buckeyes as Athens is out to a 28-26 lead here at the intermission. John, pretty exciting first half. What did we see out there on the floor?
Yeah, it's just with Athens, they haven't really gotten back in transition really well. The big thing for them is Leo Martin's been outstanding as a starter, but also coming off the bench, they've gotten really good minutes from Zach Mullins. He helped them kind of stabilize them inside a little bit, and had a couple nice post moves, got to the foul line, got some more Buckeyes in trouble foul-wise, as they had 3 guys with 2 fouls in that first half. The good thing for Nelsonville, you had 3 guys with 2 fouls in the first half. You missed a whole lot of time from those starters, and really you're only down 2 points to your big rival here, who made a nice push late in the half. A big part of it because that three-pointer in the corner by Grant Elliott late in the half to kind of boost the Bulldogs just a little bit more, or the Buckeyes a little bit more into the locker room.
Yeah, definitely a big momentum boost for Nelsonville York, as we see up here on the scoreboard. We're fortunate enough that we're at a gym that shows the individual scoring here, because we aren't keeping track of that ourselves right now, just learning a new setup and all the things we go through here, new gym. First time streaming here at Nelsonville, but anyway, individual scoring, as we can see right now, Bryant Hall leading the Buckeyes with 8 points, Alec Thompson and Cam Sullivan with 6 each. Grant Elliott hit that corner 3 at the end of the half. He's got 3 points, and Bean Martin with a foul shot to his name.
Yeah, and he barely was able to play because he got the first foul in the block, whatever, that's just the normal foul. Second foul was going after a missed shot of his own, where he probably should drop back on it. Just wasn't like an egregious foul, but just kind of, one of those tough fouls that you can't have your starters get. So, he's going to be rare and ready to go here in the second half. We'll be going back to the starting lineup.
And for Athens, again, we talked about it. Leo Martin's been the story for the Bulldogs. 12 points, leading the team with scoring. Been doing a really good job pacing them offensively, getting the ball up and down the floor. You didn't get a chance to, but a couple times this year I got to see his speed showcased on the football field as well. He was a first-team All-TVC Ohio and All-Southeast District on the football field as a wide receiver.
Yeah, this Nelsonville team, both teams, just full of athletes. As you can tell, they're making some winning plays. Not not as good as they're going to look later in the year when they get more into the basketball season, as both were playoff teams this year. So the more you get into, the feel of basketball, the better everything's going to look. But right now you're seeing athletic plays, players making plays that just what I call winning plays. And all coaches would take those as a way to help boost your team to, it's only a 2-point game here at the half. So I think we're going to see some tightness throughout. This is a Nelsonville team started off 2-0, so they haven't, they win by 25, they win by 12 in the first 2. Athens lost their opener against Amanda, but it's a 2-point game, so they've played in a much tighter game than what Nelsonville's done. So maybe they won't be as tight late as what Nelsonville could be if this one stays close throughout.
Yeah, and for the Buckeyes, I mentioned this a little bit in the open, but still maybe trying to find an identity here. They lost one of their best players in recent program history, Keegan Swope, the TVC Ohio Player of the Year last season, first-team All-Southeast District and special mention All-State, averaged 17 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, and 5.2 assists for the Buckeyes last season. He's now at Ohio Christian University, and so far this season, they've had a couple guys trying to step into that role, but as we've seen in the first half, they've had some of those guys missing some time with foul trouble, and they're going to need to be a little more careful in the second half.
Yeah, later in the season when guys are a little more seasoned, you're probably okay with losing some experienced guys with the foul trouble. But as of now, I guess the positive for Coach Gabriel is even with the foul trouble, you're only down 2 points here to an Athens team that I think you can tell athletically can do it. They just have to see some wins go up on the scoreboard to get a little more confidence, because there are some shots early that I think if Athens, with a little more confidence throughout the season, they're going to make those shots. They had some open threes. They also had some layups inside that when you're not used to winning, those shots get a little tougher. As soon as you get used to winning, where you're putting together 15-win seasons back-to-back years, maybe those shots go in. Like, maybe you feel a little better as those shots go up.
As you said, 15-win seasons, back-to-back years for the Buckeyes. Last season, 15-9 before falling to Minford in the sectional final. Obviously, not a favorable matchup for the Buckeyes. We've seen Minford, one of the more dominant teams in Southeast Ohio year in, year out.
Yeah, but now with the 7 divisions, we're going to see teams in a variety of areas. These two will definitely not match up in tournament play, as they'll be going elsewhere. I will say one thing, they're doing an auction here at the half, and it's for mental health awareness and whatnot. And there's not really, there's a lot of really good things that people do out there, and this is one of the things that, anytime you can raise awareness for something as important as mental health awareness, it's very important. So it's, I'm glad we're here anyway, but it's a good night to be here as well.
As you had one of the commemorative balloons just drop down on you.
Might have been from Kenneth. Or is he sleeping back there?
Kenneth looks a little too innocent back there. Our cameraman Kenneth Hay, making sure he's up to no mischief back there on the camera. As he gives me a distraught look after that remark. But anyway, we'll step aside from that. Second half about to get underway here as Athens and Nelsonville York in a 2-point game. Second half of this one about to get underway. Very quickly look around the TVC here. Alexander is at Wellston. River Valley is at Vinton County. Meigs has the night off, and they will host Gallia Academy tomorrow as league play getting set to ramp up for everybody in the TVC Ohio.
Yeah, their next time out, Athens will be on the road at Federal Hockey. Not real long on that trip either. And then Nelsonville will be at River Valley. Theirs will be on Tuesday.
Bulldogs take possession to start the half as Hayden Hughes running jumper. Floater rather off the glass is good. First points of the night for Hayden Hughes. Here's Martin through traffic. Martin can't get it to fall, and it's Keller with the rebound.
And that was just kind of, Bean Martin sat a long time there in that first half. Looked like he just kind of trying to force, I think it's only his second shot of the game.
Here's Keller now baseline, hands it off. Here's Hughes working past Martin. Hughes off the glass once again. First 4 points of the half for the Bulldogs belong to Hayden Hughes. Thompson spins, puts it in. Alec Thompson, big bucket inside. He's got 8.
Yeah, and once again, just in transition, just unable to get a stop.
Wheatley for 3, knocks it down. Bulldogs push it up the floor and get a quick 3 from Weston Wheatley. He's got 8 on the night. Here's Sullivan now. Pump fakes. Martin from the foul line. No good, and it's Wheatley with the rebound. Bulldogs have their largest lead of the night. Wheatley wanted to take that 3, but he'll give it back to Leo Martin. Wheatley, he'll take it again this time. No good. And Martin with the hustle, but not enough. Out of bounds on Athens. But there we see again the speed and hustle from Leo Martin.
Yeah, Martin just making a whole lot of things happen. And, even on the missed shot, you want Wheatley shooting that as he knocked down the previous one.
6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Landon Inman. Got Hughes in the air. Fadeaway, no good. Athens can't corral the rebound, and it'll stay with Nelsonville York.
Yeah, right now the biggest lead of the game so far for the Bulldogs.
Sullivan to inbound. Here's Cole for 3. Too long. There's a fight for it. Martin grabbed it. And we've got a foul called against the Bulldogs, it looks like. Be called on Easton Newsom, his second of the night. with 6:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Thompson will inbound. He's got Sullivan on the block. Sullivan through contact finishes. Goes underneath and finishes, and Blaine Gabriel will use a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But that's a tough bucket you need underneath from Sullivan.
Yeah, and you need it because, as you said, you need it. You're down 7, starting to feel like the Bulldogs are getting a lot more confidence on their side of the ball. So you need to get that basket. Great timeout here from Coach Gabriel after not using one in the first half. So you've got plenty. Talk to your team, get your defense set up, and then just, try to slow down a little bit of the momentum for the Bulldogs as well.
Blaine Gabriel, the head coach of the Buckeyes, in his 6th season, spent 11 seasons at Alexander from 2002 to 2013. Came back to coaching in 2019, and after a few rough seasons to start, he's had some momentum here for this Buckeye program.
Yeah, Gabriel had Alexander in a really good position when he left, so it's not surprising that he was able to get this program up and going pretty quickly.
Here's Hughes in the paint, can't finish. Sullivan brings it down, and Inman brings it up the floor for the Buckeyes. Call back to Inman. Thought about the 3, he'll drive instead, kicks it out. Thompson fakes, drives, through contact. Thought there should have been a foul there as he lost it, but Nelsonville gets it back. Call for 3, no good. And Martin gets it back for the Bulldogs, pushes it up the floor, loses it again. Chaos on both sides of the floor. Thompson, jump stop. Looking, finds Inman outside. And the Buckeyes will reset. Martin for 3, no good. Leo Martin pushes it up the floor. Here's Weston Wheatley in the post. Wheatley, no good. And Call gets the rebound, and they're going to get a foul against the Bulldogs again. And once again, it'll go against Easton Newsom. That'll be his 3rd on the night.
Yeah, not the prettiest little span of time right there coming from out of the timeout. But no harm, no foul. Neither team scores. 5-4 left here in the 3rd.
Colin Chapman re-enters the game for the Bulldogs, replacing Hayden Hughes. Buckeyes down by 5. Martin in the post, spins, puts it in. Fights through the help side defense and puts it in for 2. Lead is back down to 3 for the Bulldogs. Martin tried to fight through a double team. What do we have here?
I think they're getting a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Mickey Kozart will use a timeout. We'll keep it here as it's only a 30-second timeout. But again, for Athens, he started the half hot. And now Nelsonville York kind of pushing back. They've cut the deficit back down to 3.
Yeah, it's just that's why I said I like the timeout for Coach Gabriel after he got the last basket. It was a sloppy 30 seconds or so that we saw. But once things settle down a little bit, Bean Martin just knows to get to the basket, scores it. Now you really come close to forcing a turnover right there. But with 4:40 left, you go from down 7 to down 3. Now you've got yourself, get another stop. You're right back in the game if you're the Buckeyes.
And it looks like, at least since the start of the second half, the strategy for the Buckeyes is limit what number 3 is able to do.
Yeah, and when you put Call at the top of this zone here, it's going to make it a lot harder for Leo Martin to get inside that zone.
There's Newsom had it blocked, and Nelsonville trying to push it up the floor. Here's Inman. Back out to Thompson, spin cycle and finishes. Alec Thompson, what a move.
A beautiful job there by Thompson, spinning away from the contact and finishing.
First Buckeye in double figures. Alec Thompson with 10 points. Thompson picks up a foul on Leo Martin.
4:15 left here in the quarter. Like we said, we're working through some clock issues as well. So we'll keep you updated on it as well as it's down to 4:13.
There's Martin now at the top. Finds Chapman for 3. It's good. Colin Chapman from just above the corner. pushes the lead back to 4 for the Bulldogs. Here's Inman off the glass, no good. Cole with the rebound, no good. Wheatley with the rebound. Those were the first 3 points of the game for Colin Chapman. Here's Newsom inside, finishes off the glass, nice spin. Easton Newsom, 6 points on the night. Thompson spins off Mullins. Here's Sullivan from the foul line. Rattles in and out, Mullins with the rebound. And a foul against the Buckeyes. It looks like it'll be against Bean Martin.
Yeah, and a 6-0 run for Nelsonville to cut the 7-point lead down to 1. Huge three from Colin Chapman. And then a nice job there by Newsom on the drive to score and make it a 6-point lead once again with 3:29 left here in the third period.
Colin Chapman, just a freshman, picked up 11 points in the win over Amanda Clear Creek. Here's Mullins back out to Martin. Martin finds Chapman. Here's Wheatley from the corner, too short. Newsom with the rebound and the follow. Easton Newsom, heads up play and the hustle play. 2 points for the Bulldogs, lead up to 8. Thompson answers right back with an inside bucket.
Yeah, good push forward. Nice find by Cam Sullivan to hit Thompson for the layup.
Leo Martin through traffic, way too easy. Leo Martin makes it look like.
He's got 14-2 here in the second half. He hasn't had to really do anything offensively. They've done it as a team, but he does a great job there seeing the opening and getting the 2.
Thompson in the post, tried to feed Sullivan on the baseline, and Athens takes it away. Here's Leo Martin. Leo Martin backing down Inman, tried to go for Newsom, and it goes out of bounds. They're just a little too fast there from the Bulldogs that possession.
Yeah, and had a chance to get it to 10. They're at their biggest lead of the night, and that's one of those things that, you know, hopefully for Coach Cozart, he doesn't watch back on the film later tonight and think, you know, what could have been.
Buckeyes in desperate need of an answer. Athens once again staying in that 2-3 zone. Inman finds Sullivan, blocked, but a foul called against the Bulldogs. It looks like it'll be Mullins.
Yeah,
no, they're going to call it, looks like on Colin Chapman, so that's the 3rd foul of the night for Chapman.
Yeah, it must have been down low because they must have deemed that the block up top was clear. But that's another really good cross-court pass against the zone and finds Sullivan. Now he gets a chance to score with the clock stopped, which is really something you want if you're Nelsonville down by 8.
First foul shot is good for Cam Sullivan. He's got 9 on the night as Hughes will check back in for the Bulldogs. Second attempt from Sullivan is good. It's back to a 6-point game.
Big free throws there from Sullivan. 10 points now, even though he was limited in his time in the first half due to a couple fouls.
2 minutes remaining, just over here in the third quarter. Martin had it blocked, but Mullins is there to finish.
Yeah, Mullins has been really good off the bench. Follows up the block shot with 2, making an 8-point game once again.
Thompson on the block, kicks it out. Call pass to Sullivan on the baseline. Sullivan can't finish. Good defense from Mullins to force the miss. Zach Mullins on both sides of the floor, just been doing the dirty work all night for Mickey Cozart's Bulldogs.
Yeah, they found the nice cross-court pass. Just Mullins not in as good a position. Kind of forced it up a little bit there. Unable to score.
Martin, the runner, no good. Gets his own rebound, though, once again. Been seeing that from Leo Martin all night, and it continues late in the third quarter. It's Chapman back to Martin on the top of the key. They feed Mullins in the post. Mullins off of 1 foot, can't get it to go. And it's Cole with the rebound, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Hayden Hughes was able to keep that last play alive for Leo Martin, but they're just trying too much just when the ball was clearly won by Cole. But only the 4th foul of the period, so still not into the bonus.
And only the first foul on Hughes.
Along with Brady Keller for the Bulldogs.
So Grant Elliott will check back into the game for the Buckeyes as Brady Keller re-enters the game for Athens. Under a minute to go in the third. Athens up by 8. Inman in the corner to Elliott. Extra pass, Thompson. Elliott and Thompson working it back and forth. Dribble handoff, Grant Elliott. Wheatley and Martin at the top of the 2-3 zone for the Bulldogs. 39 seconds. Landon Inman now on the wing, guarded tight in the zone. 30 seconds now in the half. Inman has it, has Cole, high post, he'll bring it back out. Landon Inman guarded by Martin. Corner three from Alec Thompson, it's good! Big time three from Alec Thompson. The Buckeyes needed that in the worst way. 10 seconds to go in the third. Martin drives, underhand, no good. Keller with the rebound, second chance, it's good. Brady Keller with the finish. And that'll push the lead back to 7 as we've reached the end of the third quarter. The Athens Bulldogs with a lot of energy out here at Ben Wagner Gymnasium, and they bring a 7-point lead into the final 8 minutes. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
January of 2022 was the last time Athens beat the Nelsonville York Buckeyes. But here in the fourth quarter of this league opener, they lead by 7, and they're 8 minutes away from breaking that drought. There's Grant Elliott over to Sullivan on the wing. Buckeyes looking to answer back. Thompson inside, draws the foul on Mullins.
Yeah, just the follow through. If he just stays straight up, that's probably not going to be called. But now Thompson gets a chance to close the lead in. Now the big thing for me, Thompson makes a big three, cuts it to 5. But then on the other end, they just more or less let Leo Martin, didn't even cross it over, just kind of did an in-out move there. Little hesitation, gets to the basket, misses, but the backside rebound is there. And, a huge play by Brady Keller to close the third quarter to make it into a 7-point game again.
Thompson sank the first free throw, and the second one he does as well. 17 points on the night for Alec Thompson, but the Buckeyes trail by 5. Leo Martin crosses the timeline, surveys the floor. Pass it to Hughes to his right. Hayden Hughes tried to go for Weston Wheatley, a miscommunication there from the Bulldogs. And the Buckeyes take back over.
Yeah, and that's a big turnover there because you just give up the points, clock stop now. At least it's not a live ball turnover for Athens, but Nelsonville has a nice chance here to chip back into this lead after getting a big stop.
Athens will stay in that 2-3 zone with Wheatley and Martin at the top. Landon Inman finds Cam Sullivan outside. Buckeyes being very patient with it. Martin will step out, guard Inman tight. Elliott, long three, in and out. And there's a fight for it. Hughes comes down with it for the Bulldogs. Martin, Mullins trying to set a screen for him. Kicks it out, Wheatley fakes, drives, kicks it out, Newsom in the post, turnaround jumper, air ball.
Yeah, and he kind of jumped in front of the hammer pass there that looked like it had a man open in the corner.
Thompson kicks it out to Elliott. Once again, the Buckeyes will slow things down, work against this zone. And And we got a 30-second timeout called by Blaine Gabriel. Will stay here as they'll look to set up something to attack this 2-3 zone that Athens has been playing all night.
Yeah, it's a matchup zone, so you're able to pull some guys every once in a while. That's why those cross passes have been there. But lately, they're not getting the same movement that they want, which has left them with a long three in the last possession, and then this possession, just nothing really there. Now, getting Alec Thompson to that high post, or possibly, finding that pass spot down along the baseline. Either of those spots are going to find some openings for Nelsonville here. They've done it throughout the game, but I think if you can get Thompson into that high post, make him into a playmaker, and that's going to make it to where Leo Martin's got to find someone to guard, and you might be able to get a kickback out for a shot. Interested to see what Coach Gabriel draws up here.
Called it inbound. And Thompson takes it.
Yeah, Thompson getting to the middle.
Inman finds Thompson inside. Thompson over the middle, no good. And Newsom fights for the rebound.
But you get a good look out of it. And the next time now, the dish off's going to be open. And if it's not, then it's going to be another decent look inside.
6 minutes to play here in Nelsonville. Here's Leo Martin in the corner, guarded by Landon Inman. Newsom. Soft screen there. Martin still has it. Guarded by Call now. Martin spins, drives, off the glass. Soft touch finish for Leo Martin.
Just really good basketball from Leo Martin right there. Seeing that there's no clock or no count at any time, so he's able to just get that drive whenever he felt like he had the best bet, and is able to drive and finish. 16 now for Martin.
He had 17 in the loss to Amanda Clear Creek, one shy of a season high already. Call from the paint, no good. Sullivan with the rebound, second chance. Takes a bounce Athens' way. And the Bulldogs once again get a stop on the defensive end and look to exchange it for points. Hughes thought about the three, looking for Mullins inside, overthrew him.
Yeah, that's a couple turnovers that, if just a little more careful on that entry pass that was there, you just got to put a little more air under it, give your guy a little more time to get to it. But a good look.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't hate the idea there. Mullins has been doing a lot of hard work down there in the paint.
Yeah, he's been really good so far tonight coming off the bench. 9 points for him.
Elliott finds Cole inside. He'll back it out, takes a three and connects. Nothing but nylon for Brian Call. And the lead is down to 4. And another Athens turnover. Too much on that pass from Leo Martin. You can maybe slowly feel momentum shifting back towards the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and it's, Bryant Call, being a senior, just does a great job of stepping outside, making sure his toes get behind the line, burying that three. A couple turnovers in a row for Athens as well.
Inman finds Thompson, short corner. Call. Back inside, Thompson through contact, high off the glass, no good. And Martin comes up with it. Some pressure down low, and Mickey Cozart's going to burn a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll briefly step aside. 4:13 to play here in Nelsonville. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Back here inside Ben Wagner Gymnasium at Nelsonville York High School. Bulldogs lead 50-46 with 4:13 remaining as they come out of a timeout. And you were saying if you're Athens, got to slow things down a little bit. Couple turnovers in a row.
Yeah, you don't have to grind it, but take better care of the ball, and they do so already here coming out of the break.
Martin backs it out in the corner. He'll kick it out. Chapman at the top of the key. Chapman trying to drive past Call. He'll back it back out. Tried to go for Wheatley. I think Call might have got a hand on it. And now Wheatley tries to fight past Call. Weston Wheatley, baseline drive, reverse. Almost got it to go, but Call brings down the rebound.
The call's been outstanding all over the court tonight for these Buckeyes.
Here's Landon Inman. Skip pass. Here's Thompson. Back to Inman. Sullivan, short corner. Back to Call. Call from outside. It's good. Brian Call, big three-pointer. Hit a few of those here in the fourth. And just like that, the deficit back down to 1 with just over 3 minutes to go. Wheatley, corner three. Off the mark. Bean Martin with the rebound. And the Buckeyes push it up the floor. Here's Landon Inman. Inman through traffic, kicks it out, draws the foul.
Yeah, on that previous possession, Call did the exact same play that he did a couple possessions before, where he just gets it about the volleyball elbow or volleyball corner, and then just takes a step back, gets his toes behind the line, and just buries the triple.
Thompson will inbound. Call for three again, no good. Martin had it and lost it, and they're going to get a foul called on the Bulldogs.
I think it's going to be on Newsom. Yeah,
so the foul goes on Easton Newsom, his fourth.
Yeah, third on the team, though, none on Nelsonville York with 2:50 left. So they've got plenty of fouls to give.
Newsom and Chapman both with 4 fouls. Got to be careful if you're those two. Inman drives, can't finish. And Mullins scoops up the rebound.
Not a bad look.
2:38 to go. Leo Martin. Guarded tight by Inman. Martin trying to work his way around baseline. There's a foul away from the ball. And it'll go against Landon Inman.
Yeah, not a bad foul because only his third. You got to give him at some point. And plus, it looked like Leo Martin was about to get to the hoop for 2. So now you get a chance to reset the defense.
Easton Newsom to inbound. They'll send it out. Martin again. They'll reset their offense. Martin guarded tight by Inman. Finds Wheatley in the corner. Newsom high post just inside the three-point line. Here's Chapman. Athens working the perimeter. Here's Chapman, fakes, drives. 2 minutes remaining here at Nelsonville York. Here in this TVC Ohio opener. Colin Chapman drives, kicks it out. Newsom jumper, no good. And Bean Martin with the rebound for the Buckeyes. And Thompson's gonna push it up the floor. Thompson, one dribble, can't finish, but draws the foul.
There'll be 2 shots now for Thompson. He's had 20 in each of their first 2 outings. He's at 17 now.
Foul will go against Weston Wheatley, only his first of the night. Buckeyes can tie and or take the lead. First free throw from Thompson, no good, off the front of the rim.
Yeah, this second half has been mostly Bulldogs so far, as they got their lead up to 8 a couple of different times, but a nice little run here by the Buckeyes here in the fourth with another shot to tie here.
Second attempt from Thompson. This time he gets it to go, and we're all tied at 50 with 1:41 remaining. Student section getting a lot louder here late in this game. Martin tried to go for Mullins inside. He can't hang on to it. There's a scramble. Martin picks it back up. Bulldogs still have it. 1:20 to go, 50-50. Athens not really in any hurry, as Mickey Cozart will use a timeout with 1:11 remaining. And we'll keep it here as the Bulldogs and Buckeyes head to the bench to discuss things over. What are you saying to your team if you're Mickey Cozart?
Well, you just got to make sure you're getting the best look possible here. You don't want to rush anything. I don't think you're going to be able to hold it for 1:11. I don't think that's how they're kind of designed as a team, even though Leo Martin can get that thing on a string every once in a while. But I think I would like to see, the combination of Martin and Mullins maybe on the left side, because they've been on the right side, and it's gotten to where, Mullins has not gotten open for that rollback. I would almost have him screen and then go down, screen down, and then repost and try to hit him down here on this left corner or left block, where he scored 2 times in the first half, got fouled on the 3rd time, and they really haven't been able to get the ball down in that block to him since. But either that, or if you got something with, Leo Martin going off the bounce, I like that as well. You still got a timeout and the possession arrow here if you're Coach Cozart. So you want to make sure your guys know, if we get tied up, don't get into a big hurry. You're going to be okay. We still have possession.
Last season, the Bulldogs lost 12 of 13 to end the year, including 6 straight. They're 0-2 right now, but this would be a huge momentum boost for this team if they can pick up a win here against their arch rival. 1 minute to play. Mullins in the post, working on Martin. Mullins finds Newsom inside. Newsom draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
They go to the opposite block, but a great backside cut by Easton Newsom there. He's able to draw the foul, and now get a chance to take the lead with 53.6 to play.
3rd foul of the game on Cam Sullivan. Easton Newsom stands at the line with a chance to give Athens the lead. First attempt from Newsom is good. Athens takes the lead back by 1.
I think we may have some sort of condensation in the lane, trying to make sure it's taken care of.
Nine points on the evening for Easton Newsom. He's committed to Muskingum University next season to play baseball. Second free throw is no good, but it goes out of bounds. Bean Martin was the last one to touch it. Couldn't corral the rebound, and that might prove costly if you're Nelsonville York.
Yeah, good timeout here.
Blaine Gabriel will use a timeout here. So the Buckeyes still have 2 remaining. We'll step aside briefly. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates.
Back inside Ben Wagner Gymnasium, 51.6 seconds to go. Athens possession after a costly turnover from Nelsonville York. Bean Martin unable to corral the rebound off the missed free throw. So it'll be Newsom to inbound, tried to go for Mullins, and Sullivan picks it off. Call, runner, off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
He got going downhill a little too fast, and I think thought he was going to be able to get to the hoop. Was unable to, but was bailed out. It's a good call. He was hit on the shot.
45.7 left. Leo Martin on the foul. Call at the line to tie this one up. First free throw bounces in.
As you said, 45.7 to play. Trying to fix this thing right now, but 45.7 to play.
Buckeyes can take the lead with this next free throw. Second attempt from Cole rolls in. And Cole's got 16, and the Buckeyes take back a 1-point lead with 45.7. Martin crosses the timeline.
You got a good matchup here if you're Athens.
Martin drives, kicks it out. Chapman, three. It's good! Colin Chapman from downtown. Bulldogs up by 2. Buckeyes hurry back down the court. Cole tried to skip it. It's taken away. Leo Martin with the steal. Kicks it out. Wheatley. Bulldogs going to try to play keep away. Inside Mullins. They'll kick it back out. And we have a foul away from the ball on the Buckeyes. Huge sequence of event. Colin Chapman, the freshman, go ahead 3, and then on the other end, Leo Martin comes up with the steal.
And where Nelsonville's been going quick all game, it comes back to hurt them. They still had 2 timeouts left. That ends up being a costly turnover.
Newsom will inbound, 7.6 left to play. They get it into
foul.
Mullins. Nelsonville York's got a foul. They try to. And they do with 1.9 left. Sullivan commits the foul on Leo Martin. And the Buckeyes still had a foul to give, too.
Yeah, it's you can't wait there. You got timeouts. You got to use them in that situation. I just to make sure you know what's going on, because now it's going to take an utter miracle.
1.9 left. Buckeyes need to make one more foul to put Athens in the bonus. They inbound it to Martin, and they foul Martin with half a second remaining on the clock. And that'll send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, if you foul Mullins when he gets the ball in the last possession, there's probably 5 seconds left and you got a chance. But now it's a whatever happens here, you just grab and throw.
Also, the foul on Cam Sullivan was his 5th, so he is done for the evening. 10 points on the night for Cam Sullivan. Martin to make it a 3-point game. First shot's good, and he all but ices it with the next one. 17 points for Leo Martin, matching his season high. The 5'9" senior to put the game on ice. It's good. And the Bulldogs have a 4-point lead. We have a stoppage here.
Yeah, they started the clock, so they got to put the .5 back on.
They got to put .5 back on the clock. Interesting.
And I think if you're Coach Kozart, you just don't do anything dumb here.
Yep.
What a win for Athens. Looked like they were all but buried, and the freshman hits a gigantic 3.
And all the Buckeyes can do is inbound it. Half-court heat from Thompson, all to no avail, and the Athens Bulldogs get their first win of the season against their bitter rivals, and they start TVC play 1-0.
Yeah, just an outstanding effort tonight by Athens. They got off to a slow start, and then a huge finish for the Bulldogs gets them this 56-52 win.
Once again, the final score from Nelsonville York, Athens 56, Nelsonville York 52. We'll step aside and be right back to give our final thoughts on this one. You're watching Ohio High School Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glowhio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Once again, back here inside the Ben Wagner Gymnasium at Nelsonville York High School. Final score, Athens 56, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes 52 in what was an exciting game to start the TVC Ohio slate.
Yeah, it's just what you hope for in a rivalry game. As you said in the pregame, 10 miles away from each other. You've got a lot of guys coming off of a long football season, so not the prettiest, but that means they just got to fight. And that's what happened. And Athens got a little hotter and, just made one more play, which was the freshman, with Colin Chapman on the wing, knocking down that wing three with about 30 seconds left. And then Nelsonville just got too big of a hurry and ends up turning it over. And ultimately, Athens pretty much can dribble out the clock after it's down to 0.5 of a second left, partially because Leo Martin's so fast, but also just the miscommunication on not knowing, hey, we still got a foul to give, and that wiped out almost all of the clock. But then, inexplicably, they challenged the three on the full quarter, or the three-quarters quarter, like, just don't even move, because the worst thing that could happen is you foul there, and something crazy happens on the shot. So, great win for Athens. I appreciate our time down here at Nelsonville. I love this gym. I think it's two good teams. Athens, with their schedule, because you have like a Sheridan coming up in the non-league. That doesn't really do you any favors. Marietta, Warren, some really tough non-league games, and then you've still got to play Meigs twice. But for Nelsonville, I think they, we're hoping for, maybe this is the year we make a run at the top. Meigs obviously very good, but you haven't won a league since 1997. This isn't the way you started off, because, with that Meigs team, you got to hope you're going to split with them and then hope somebody else gets them. But now you're going to have to beat them twice.
And we've talked about him all night, but you can't talk enough about the impact that Leo Martin had for Athens tonight as well.
Yeah, he's listed at 5'9". I don't know if he's 5'9", but he's listed at 5'9" and plays like he's 6'3". Dude is just – but also when he's dribbling the ball, he's playing like he's 5'9", because, he's all over the floor, does a great job of, he's not a three-point shooter, so he's not going to take those threes, but he's going to get to the basket. He can take a mid-range shot as well, but just overall, just the way he just ran the game for Athens. Didn't do a ton of scoring late, put the free throws at the end, put the game away, but he didn't have to do a lot of scoring late as, his teammates were making some plays. Zach Mullins off the bench was outstanding. I believe he ended up with 9. Easton Newsom had 10, or had 9. He also as well because he split a pair late. But you get contributions from a bunch of different players, and then you have a player like Leo Martin, and that can make a difference and put you over the top, and it did tonight.
So the Bulldogs move to 1-2 after picking up their first win of the season. They snap a 4-game losing streak to Nelsonville York, and they will continue on Tuesday, making the trip to Federal Hockey. 4 games on the road to start the season for the Bulldogs. And meanwhile, Nelsonville York falls 2-1, suffers their first loss of the season, and they look to get back on track Tuesday night as well in TVC Ohio play against River Valley. And as well, tomorrow night, you can tune back in here to Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health. You and Dewey and Kenneth will be at North Adams to watch the Green Devils take on Fairland in what should be an exciting matchup in the non-league slate.
And I just got a text from Dewey. He's doing a little research. I'm going to check out North Adams later because they're playing Eastern Brown tonight in a big-time matchup over there in the Shack. Checking out good guys for that one just to kind of see what we're looking for, because that's a North Adams team that they lost a couple of big copuses with the head coach and your point guard, but they return a lot. Fairland with their point guard back and Brody Buchanan. So should be a fun matchup there tonight. Make sure you check out the Coach's Call-In Show with Jaron Cox and Matt Hoops and Christian Spradlin as well. That'll be on our page around 9:30 as well. So we appreciate the people here at Nelsonville York. Jay Klein did a lot to help us get set up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
If possible, we'll be back. I like this gym, and we got to figure out something with our scoreboard camera anyway. So
well, we got a whole season to figure that out. So I'm sure we'll get that taken care of. Maybe you and Dewey can get it squared away tomorrow night at North Adams, and I'm sure I'll be able to tune into that game on my way back from Detroit. As
let's
be
go Redhawks.
I won't give my take on that.
I did definitely. I technically went to OU for a semester.
So,
I would not have gotten into Miami.
Fair enough. Well, I think that will about wrap things up from Nelsonville. Once again, the final score: the Athens Bulldogs 56, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes 52. From Kenneth Hay, John Bruce, and all of our staff here at Southern Ohio Sports Authority, I'm Carson Francis. We thank you for spending your Friday night with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.